Hello, happy Christmas Eve. I didn't think I'd be reading anything today, but I found a Christmas story I wrote a few years ago that I thought I would share today and hope it brings some Christmas cheer to anybody who's out there. I hope everybody's gotten everything done they need to get done or will get done that they need to get done, and that from now on you have a nice, relaxing holiday. And I hope you enjoy this very short Christmas story. It's called She Lit the Candle, a Holiday Treat. She lit the candle. Meg flicked on the electric candle and watched it as if it were real. The single bulb reflected back from her sea-green eyes. She didn't know why she lit the candle every year, but her mother had done it, and later her stepmother had done it. Every Christmas Eve, without fail, the women in her family had set a candle out on the windowsill to burn for and comfort the wandering stranger. As far as she knew, the tradition went as far back as her Scandinavian ancestors in the marauding ships. Sailing or tracking into inky darkness of the wild spurred their desire to help along those alone in the dark, frozen northern forests. The tradition had immigrated with her family to the grim, empty prairies of the American Midwest, homesteads standing a lonely vigil on the vast open plains. Now, here it was, sunny and 70 in Los Angeles, California, and she, in her single apartment with a miniature fake tree, was setting out the candle. Again. It was an electric candle, a gift from her stepmother, but a candle nonetheless, and it would be getting dark soon. She hoped it would help the wandering stranger down the dark, uncertain city streets of L.A. He walked down the broken sidewalk, sandy brown hair caught in the stiff breeze. Brown eyes steadied as he watched for cracks, pee, feces, and other obstacles in the deepening city twilight. Jason's mind reeled with the leftover fevered retail flotsam and jetsam. It had been hellish at the store that day as each customer ran in frantically searching for gifts, party favors, and advice. None of it was right. Everything he said or did was wrong, but they paid grudgingly and rushed out on their way. This was December the 24th. There were families to see, parties to go to, and lots of reasons to get blindingly drunk and declare love for family, friends, and all of humankind, whether or not it was sincere. Jason shrugged deeper into his light jacket as he continued down the street to his apartment at the end of the block. He'd really acclimated to the Southern California weather since moving down from Oregon. If it got anywhere below 60, he got chilly. Time was when this would have been shorts weather for him. He suspected some of the chill now was from the thought of his dark, empty studio at the end of the street. He might have dinner with friends tomorrow, but as far as he was concerned, this was just going to be a long couple of days off, punctuated with catching up on laundry, drinking, watching movies, and eating bad food, staving off the pit of loneliness that yawned ahead until after New Year's. Hunching deeper into his jacket, Jason forced his thoughts towards avoiding the sidewalk refuse in the gathering darkness. Meg sighed into the room, sipping on the eggnog she had forced herself to buy for tonight. Maybe she couldn't afford to go home to be with her family and friends, but she was going to celebrate, damn it. Wearily, she looked at the festive tray she had made up for herself to pick on whilst watching her movie lineup. Sweet and savory goods, painstakingly laid out as if ready to go to a party. There was even a perky, though expensive and very dry, sprig of holly laid out on this tray. It mocked her sitting on the table there beside her chair. All she needed was a TV tray, faded housecoat, and grim, fuzzy slippers to complete the pathetic picture. Restlessly, she got up to look out the window, not sure what she was looking for, just wanting to get away from the festive gloom she foresaw for herself. It was going to be a long 2 days of mindlessly eating, drinking, and watching movies. The holiday activity of the singleton. As he approached his building and looked up, Jason caught sight of a light in one of the windows. Forlorn in a building gone dark tonight with the diaspora of tenants to other homes, other cities, other elsewheres, fleeing the loneliness of Christmas spent alone. Noting the floor and counting the windows, Jason grinned. That would be Meg, then. Jason smiled up at her and waved it as her strawberry blonde head appeared in the window. Meg's heart jumped up as she saw her neighbor, Jason, down below. Feeling a flush crawl up her face, she opened the window. Showing more bravado than she felt, she called out, "Hey, Jason, I have nog. Come up." Meg couldn't help but smile as she realized that her candle had helped a wanderer after all. And a tall and handsome one at that. Jason found himself running up the 4 flights to her apartment, heart lighter than it had been in a long time. Maybe Christmas wouldn't be just one long, lonely, drunken movie festival after all. Maybe it would be just a little bit more. There you go. I hope you have a happy Christmas, and I'll see you next year.